In this chapter, we read in detail the two words kings and chronicles. Under kings is to study about the Mughal ruler. Do you know the name Mughal derives from Mongol? During the 16th century, Europeans used the term Mughal. In this video, first we will learn about the Mughal ruler. Then after that, we will learn about the chronicles. So let's start. There is a sequence of 6 Mughal rulers in the beginning: Babur, Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir, Shahjahan and Aurangzeb. Babur was the founder of the Mughal Empire. He was driven from his Central Asian homeland for Ghana by Uzbeks. He first established himself at Kabul and then in 1526 pushed further into the Indian subcontinent. But why? In search of territories and resources. His successor, Nasiruddin Humayun, expanded the frontiers of the Mughal Empire, but he was defeated by the Afghan leader Sher Shah Suri. After that, next ruler of this empire was Jalaluddin Akbar. Jalaluddin Akbar not only expanded but also consolidated his empire, making it the largest, strongest and richest kingdom of his time. He extended the frontiers of the empire to the Hindu Kush mountains and protect the expansionist designs of Uzbeks and Safavids. Uzbeks of Turan means Central Asia and Safavids means Safavids of Iran. In addition, we will read about Akbar in detail. These topics are very important. Okay. Akbar followed the policy of Sulh-e-Akul. He abolished the tax on pilgrimage in 1563. This was wrong. Okay, nice. He also abolished jizya in 1564. Akbar built the fort of Agra and Akbar built a new capital, Fatehpur Sikri. Jharokha Darshan was introduced by Akbar. He also designed the mansab system. The mansab system was designed by Akbar. The system determined the rank and status of a government official and military generals. Okay, the last shrine of this dynasty was Bahadur Shah Jafar II. Shrine means descendant. So the last shrine of this dynasty, Bahadur Shah Jafar II, who was overthrown by British. Now, we will learn about chronicles in detail. Chronicles means a continuous chronological record of events. Okay, chronicles means a continuous chronological record of events. Chronicles are an important source for studying the Mughal Empire and its court. They were a repository of factual information about the institution of the Mughal state. Why? Why were chronicles written? They were written in order to project a vision of an enlightened kingdom, to all those who came under its umbrella. Second, at the same time, they were meant to convey to those who resisted the rule of the Mughals that all resistance was destined to fail. Third, also the rulers wanted to ensure that there was an account of their rule for posterity. These were the three reasons. Now, the authors. The authors of Mughal chronicles were courtiers. Mughal court chronicles were written in Persian. In which language were the chronicles written? In Persian. It was Akbar who consciously set out to make Persian the leading language of the Mughal court. Further, it became the language of administration at all levels. Even when Persian was not directly used, its vocabulary and idiom heavily influenced the language of official records in Rajasthani and Marathi and even Tamil. Persian too became Indianized by absorbing local idioms. A new language, Urdu, sprang from the interaction of Persian with Hindavi. You can say Hindavi plus Persian equal to Urdu. Okay. Mughal chronicles such as the Akbarnama were written in Persian. Others like Babur's memoirs were translated from the Turkish into the Persian. Baburnama. Translation of Sanskrit texts such as the Mahabharata and the Ramayana into Persian were commissioned by the Mughal emperors. The Mahabharata was translated as the Razmanama, Book of Words. Now, in what form were the chronicles written? The making of manuscripts. All books in Mughal India were manuscripts, that is, they were handwritten. The center of manuscript production was the imperial Kitabkhana. Although Kitabkhana can be translated as library, it was a scriptorium, that is, a place where the emperor's collection of manuscripts was kept and new manuscripts were produced. The creation of manuscript involved a number of people performing a variety of tasks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 type of number of people. Paper makers were needed to prepare the foliage of the manuscripts. Calligraphers to copy the text. Gilders to illuminate the pages. Painters to illustrate scenes from the text. Bookbinders to gather the individual foliage and set them within ornamental covers. The finished manuscript was seen as a precious object. a work of intellectual wealth and beauty. Now, calligraphy. Calligraphy, the art of handwriting. Calligraphy means the art of handwriting was considered a skill of great importance. It was practiced using different styles. Okay, it was practiced using different styles. Akbar's favorite was the nastalik, a flute style with long horizontal strokes. It is written using a piece of trimmed reed with a tip of 5 to 10 millimeter called kalam. Now, the painted image. There were differences of opinion between the ruler and the ulama regarding the depiction. Regarding the production of painting. Paintings served not only to enhance the beauty of a book but were believed to possess special powers of communicating ideas about the kingdom and the power of kings in ways that the written medium could not. The historian Abul Fazl described painting as a magical art. In his view, it had the power to make inanimate objects look as if they possessed life. It had the power to make inanimate objects look as if they possessed life. Very interesting. Okay, so there were differences of opinion between the ruler and the ulama regarding the production of painting. Okay, rulers and ulama. Now, rulers. Okay. First, we will discuss on the arguments of ulama. Okay. The production of paintings portraying the emperor, his court, and the people who were part of it was a source of constant tensions between rulers and representatives of the Muslim orthodoxy, the ulama. Ulama did not fail to invoke the Islamic prohibition of the portrayal of human beings enshrined in the Qurans as well as the Hadiths, which described an incident from the life of the Prophet Muhammad. Here, the Prophet is cited as having forbidden the depiction of living beings in a naturalistic manner, as it would suggest that the artist was seeking to appropriate the power of creation. This was a function that was believed to belong exclusively to God. Yet interpretations of the Sharia changed with time. The body of Islamic tradition was interpreted in different ways by various social groups. Frequently, each group put forward an understanding of tradition that would best suit their political needs. In this manner, the Safavid kings of Iran, for example, patronized the finest artists who were trained in workshops set up at court. The names of painters such as that of Behjad okay, Bihajad, contributed to spreading the cultural fame of the Safavid court far and wide. Artists from Iran also made their way to Mughal India. Mughal India, some were brought to the Mughal court, as in the case of Mir Sayyid Ali and Abdus Samad, who were made to accompany Emperor Humayun to Delhi. And Abul Hassan was patronized by Jahangir. So, okay. Now we will learn about. We will finish. Okay, we will finish the next 4 topics in the second part of this video: court, ideal of kingship, administration, and foreign relations. So goodbye.